everybody. Welcome to our top 10 quick comic picks. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and this is our quicker show. We're showing you about 10 of the biggest and best books that you can expect to find on your store shelves at your local comic book store on Wednesday, whether that be Infinity Flux here, infinityflux.net, or whichever local comic book store you frequent. Maybe you can find some of these, and you'll know a little bit more about them after we get done talking about them.
Definitely.
It is an interesting week.
Yeah.
It's like not a bunch of big books, but we do have a lot of the biggest hits, like
Right.
the Absolutes and Superman, all that kind of
Yep.
stuff, the Ultimates. So let's get it going.
We are going to start with the new history of the DC Universe, and just like the title says, this is the new official history of the DC Universe. This is going to be a 4-part series, and this one starts at the dawn of time and goes all the way through the explosion of Krypton, so that's the time period you're looking at there. There's no dialogue or word bubbles. This is all narrated by Barry Allen as he tries to catalog all of the things that he's seen in the past and the present and the future and in the multiverse and all that kind of stuff. So every page is a big splash page. It's very pretty. It gives you a lot of information about the earliest days of the DC Universe, and it's a great must-have for DC fans.
Yeah, surprisingly, a lot happened between beginning of time and Krypton's
Right.
explosion. Okay, first up for me, I have Absolute Martian Manhunter. This is issue number
4?
4? Is it?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, 4. This is an interesting issue. Maybe one of the most trippy issues so far. Because I feel like in this, John Jones maybe is a little bit of an unreliable narrator because of the Martian that is also inhabiting his being. So there is a big heat wave going across the city, and it's causing people's tempers to flare to an extreme sense, and a lot of violence and stuff is happening. And some particular cases John Jones is brought in to investigate it. But is there something even bigger behind all of this, behind the heat, everything? We kind of find out something very interesting at the very end.
And next up is a new book from Image. This is called News from the Fallout. This takes place in Nevada in 1962 at an army base where the general there orders an atomic test to happen. But one of the soldiers there thinks that the test is happening way too close to the base for his liking. When the test is over, the soldiers walk through the fallout and they start to change and attack each other and attack other people. And the people they attack, they change, and so on and so on. Feels kind of like your typical zombie type book, but there is a little bit of something extra that I think is going to make this a really cool series. Plus, it's all in this really cool grainy black and white, which helps set the tone.
Next up for me, I have Giant Size Age of Apocalypse. This is our next one-shot in a continuing series of Kamala Khan and Legion bouncing through different times and realities of the X-Men's past, this time finding themselves in the Age of Apocalypse. But Legion, who's kind of been pulling them along, has gotten all of his power drained out and needs a new source of energy to keep moving. And they might find something there that Apocalypse has in his possession. This is really interesting. There's a lot of really fun, like seeing the characters in their old costumes again, their Age of Apocalypse looks. Plus, this does have a backup story by Jeff Loeb and Simone DeMeo that is a prologue to the new Age of Apocalypse series we're getting. But how it necessarily ties in, we're not quite sure. But a fun issue continuing these one-shot stories.
And next is Absolute Wonder Woman number 9. This is the second part of the next big story arc. Diana is told about another Amazon that is, I don't know if she's trapped in a maze, but she's in a maze somewhere, and Diana is going to try to go find her and save her, but she finds some not so great things in this maze, and this actually more or less does happen in there. But who is that creature? Maybe not all is as it seems, and the ending is pretty shocking.
Yeah. Next up, I have Superman number 27. And this is a really interesting issue because it really wraps up a lot of the stories. I know we said that for like 25 and everything,
Yeah.
but this is kind of like the rest of the pieces are kind of getting settled from everything going on with Superman. So the Red Rage of Superman going up against Marilyn Moonlight, and what does she have to do with all of this? Lex confronts Mercy Graves in this. Farm and Graft attack the city in this giant robot that has a Superman logo on there. What kind of tool does Superman have to use to stop them? And there is a backup story in this that is leading into our next big Dark Legion story that is going to be very big, setting up I'm guessing, the next big event for the DC Universe. So you don't want to miss this issue for Superman. Plus, it's just a lot of fun.
And next is Justice League Unlimited number 8. This is the last part of the We Are Yesterday crossover. And this is a gorgeous book. It is all out action as the Legion of Doom fights a whole bunch of time displaced heroes, way more than you even see on the cover here. There's a lot of things that happen that I can't tell you about, but just like Superman, this starts to plant some seeds for the next big DC event that I think is going to kick off in October. Plus, Dan Mora is back on this, so you know it just looks fantastic.
Next up, I've got VR Troopers number 1. This is a new book that is in the kind of continuity of the Power Rangers Prime universe, but they fill you in pretty well on what you need to know going into this one. And in this, we follow the VR Troopers, and one of them in particular, Ryan, as he is having some issues. He goes out for a midnight walk and runs into someone or something that may change what he even perceives about reality altogether. So it's a very cool start to the series. Can't wait to see where it goes. Great art. Very excited for this series.
And last for me is Fantastic Four number 33. This is the last issue of this run before it starts all over again in July with a new, with same writer, new artist. But this is really cool. So Valeria has come up with an idea for how to get Ben's powers back, but it requires them to go back to the Big Bang, back to the beginning of time, and they have to do everything in just a few nanoseconds, so everything has to be perfect. I will say that this is actually a very touching issue, and this made Herbie one of my favorite characters because he is the real hero of this book. So this is a great finale to a great Fantastic Four run before the next great run starts next month.
And lastly, for me, I've got Ultimate Spider-Man number 18. This is, you can tell, really building up to whatever Kingpin is about to unleash on New York. But Peter and Harry team up once again to fight some crime in preparation. But the real story here, I think, is with Richard Parker and his relationship with the new Black Cat. And maybe that leads him into more trouble than he's expecting. A lot of really cool stuff coming up in this. It's definitely setting up the big, sinister, what is it, whatever it's called, like the big fight with all the Sinister Six and all of that in New York. So don't miss out on the next issue of Ultimate Spider-Man. And that is it for our top 10 quick comic picks. Thank you so much for watching. Head on over to infinityflux.net right now, where you can go ahead and order these books. They are in stock while stock lasts.
Yeah, while supplies last.
While supplies last. And you don't have to worry about them selling out on Wednesday when they are released, whether you buy them in the store or online. Either way, they will be ready for you by then. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time,
see ya.